Hello everyone, Smokey Smokes here. Going to be doing a quick explanation video of what the difference is between a cartomizer and an atomizer for vaporizers or e-cigarettes or whatever you want to call them. There's different threading types. I believe there's 901, 503s, which is what these are, and 306s, I think they're called. I don't remember the numbers offhand. That might be them. But either way, this is the difference. A cartomizer, there's all different variations, there's different colors. This one I have a aftermarket drip tip I put on there. I'll explain what that is in a second, but yeah. A cartomizer, this happens to be a stainless steel one, holds more juice than an atomizer. That's the biggest difference between these two. This holds more. Depends on what it is. Some say they hold up to 25. This one, in my experience, holds up to like 12. It also depends on how thick the juice is. There's a lot of variables. Once it gets to like 11 or 10 or so on some of them, it starts to overflow. But anyway, I have a little rubber cap piece here. You can just take off with your nail like that. And you can see the fabric in there. There's a coil inside that fabric. The fabric soaks up all the liquid, and you have a coil in there. And then you hook that to the battery, and then the battery lights up the coil, and then it basically takes the vapor that's soaked up inside that fabric. And so basically the fabric just allows it to hold more. Atomizer has basically the same coil, except there's no fabric in there. So you just directly drip the liquid onto the coil itself, and then that vaporizes it. So now you might be asking, why would you want an atomizer instead of a cartomizer if you can hold more? For one thing, atomizers in my experience have more of a fresher taste, because with the fabric, usually when you order cartomizers you get like a couple of them, because cartomizers, the old flavors of whatever you put in there tend to stick around in it. Like if you get like a coffee type flavor, like pumpkin spice cappuccino or anything, or chocolate stuff, anything like that, if you put something like fruity or lighter type flavor, it's probably going to taste bad because it kind of mixes in with it a little bit. And not in every case. Eventually you can get the old flavors out if you rinse it or use it a lot, but generally speaking, an atomizer just has a more fresh taste because you just put like 2 to 3. This one holds about 4 drops, this one specifically, but just a couple of drops and then you're free to go. And then it vaporizes completely, and then you pretty much have a new fresh atomizer to go again. Then you can put another juice in there. Atomizers I tend to like more than the cartomizers just because they draw a little bit better for me. I usually have problems with the cartomizer. Old flavors stick around. Not enough gets drawn out when I'm trying to get the steam. There's a lot of little issues with them, but most people prefer cartomizers over atomizers anyway. When I have, well, let me get that out of the way. The best thing I like about them though is that they hold more. I just connect it to a little, like automatic thin battery, and then I'm good to go for a while. This thing, it's not so much like that. I just use it for testing out new flavors. I'm just sitting around. I'm just cycling through flavors or trying to mix flavors together, testing. That's what I like the atomizer for. Okay, nice. Right. Some people argue that the cartomizer has a more fresh taste. I don't see that. I don't think that's true, but it's all preference. So that's a very brief explanation of what the difference is between a cartomizer and an atomizer.